Welcome to the Vault Excel. Mercy, mercy, mercy me. Brendan Paul. What's going on with you and Mr. P. Diddy? I'm quite curious. Thank you all so much for joining me. This is live number 2. Hope you all are well. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Stay safe. Bringing you breaking news and coverage on covered stories. Wow, wow, wow. I have a lot of questions pertaining to Mr. Brendan Paul. TMZ is the source, everybody. Thank you for joining me. DIDDY's alleged mule, Brendan Paul, struck a deal in his drug case because he ain't gonna be doing any time behind bars, TMZ has learned. Brendan's attorney, Brian Bieber, told us Brendan accepted the prosecutor's offer to permit his entry into the diversion program, which after completion, the case against him will be dismissed in its entirety. A rep for the Miami-Dade state attorney confirms this as well. This was a standard offer to a nonviolent defendant with no priors who was arrested for a possession case instead of a much more serious trafficking case. The rep confirms Brendan has enrolled in a drug diversion program, which should last about 6 months. Technically, the case and charge are still pending until the course is completed, but there will be no jail time or probation if Brendan completes the course without issue. This seems like a best case scenario for BP, who was charged with a felony drug charge in April. TMZ broke the story. Brendan was slapped with 1 felony count of drug possession following his March arrest in the Miami Opelika Executive Airport. Brendan, who previously worked as Diddy's main assistant, was booked after authorities allegedly found cocaine and marijuana candy in his bag during a search. The arrest notably occurred at around the same time as raids on the rap mogul's Los Angeles, Miami homes as part of an investigation into recent allegations of sex trafficking, illegal gun possession, and more. Diddy, who has faced bombshell claims in 5 different civil lawsuits, all of which he's vehemently denied, was not detained following the raids. His attorney, Aaron Dyer, maintained his client's innocence, slamming the raids as an excessive show of force. Wow. Very interesting. Hello, honey. Good morning, dear. Thank you. So, Brendan Paul, this is what I want to know. How long have you been in cahoots with Sean Puffy Combs? How did you meet him? Because I find it strange that you are a young man in your 20s, mid-20s at least, and you have found yourself tangled up with Sean. How did you meet him? Where did you meet? Do you live in Miami? Do you live in Florida? Allegedly, you lived at home with your parents on the East Coast. So I'm trying to understand this scenario of how a young man playing for a prestigious school, Syracuse, you play basketball for this school. I'm trying to understand how you went from playing basketball. You obviously had to major in some course. So did you get a degree, number 1? If not, what happened? Are you living with your parents? Do you live in Florida? Where do you live? Because you have to ask all those questions with this, diversion program. Where is he going to go into the diversion program? Florida, New Jersey, New York, where? Is he going to comply with the program? Because the point is, he can't get in any type of mishaps in the 6 months. So I'm assuming he'll be in the program. That means he has to stay in a facility, I'm assuming. I could be wrong. So is this a diversion program where he has to be in a facility, going, coming, checking in, checking out? You can only leave to go to work? Or what are we talking about? It's obvious you didn't rat on your friend, Mr. Combs. Of course not. Because you didn't want to stay, you didn't want to, what's the word I want to say? Rock the boat. He's that special to you. So this is why I'm asking the question, how did you meet him? How did you come to know Mr. Combs? Allegedly, you are a former assistant. So are you a former assistant at the time? Were you a former assistant or assistant at the time of the arrest? Yes, it was interesting that Sean just so happened to be in an airport while raids are happening at both of his homes, LA and Miami. Hell of a coincidence. But hey, anything's possible. So what are the odds you were there trying to board a plane, private plane, jet, and just so happened, boom, 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 the government is on your coattail. Imagine that. And obviously you want to stay in the good graces of Mr. Sean Combs. That's why you didn't say, oh, I've been getting him stuff. Because I'm sure they asked you. Did they not? Brendan, how long have you been trafficking drugs? How long have you been trafficking drugs for Sean Combs? Are you a user? Is he a user? Do you sell on the regular? Where did you get the dope from? Or are you the connect? Stay woke, everybody, because I'm woke. White boy got game. Shut your mouth. Obviously. Because he sure didn't tell on Sean to say, yeah, I've been getting them dope. I've been bringing them dope. I've been securing them dope. Yeah, he's a doper. Ooh, shut your mouth. Multi-millionaire / billionaire gets high on cocaine. Imagine that. But we've heard the stories so many times in the entertainment business, sports arena. Famous people, wealthy people, regular people get high on cocaine, crack, fentanyl, pills, meth, Molly, Jolly, Wally, whoever the hell it is, heroin. Take your pick. So, Mr. Brendan, are you a current user of narcotics? Are you going to be able to comply with the 6 months diversion program? Do you still speak to Mr. Sean Puffy Combs? And I'm sure he has royally thanked you. Now we got to ask, how did he thank you? Did he pay you off, sir, not to say anything? Did he say, I got you, don't worry about it. Just take the rap. I got you, I got you. You straight, you ain't got no record. Oh, because I bet that's what he said to you, if he said anything to you at all. Ooh, don't do it, Queen. Did he ever say anything to you after you got arrested? Oh, ain't nobody talked about that. Did Sean Puffy Combs consult with Brendan Powell after his arrest? Who made your bond? Oh, it wasn't Sean, was it? Or was it mommy and daddy, or you have your own funds? Very interesting. Is Brendan Powell currently speaking to Sean Puffy Combs? Do they still have a relationship, courtship, friendship? And God forbid it's more than that, because the rumor in the street is that Sean likes men. So it would be very interesting to know you also were involved in some of his escapades on his yacht, his home, hotel rooms. So now the Queen's going to ask you, are you bisexual, sir? Because I'm still trying to understand your actual dealings with Mr. P. Diddy, how you came to know him, how did you come to work for him, and how in God's name did you come to be the dope boy? Because you seem to be maybe possibly multifaceted. You've seen those people, have you not? They wash the car, they iron the clothes, they run errands, they pick up kids from daycare, they secure the dope, they shuffle mail. Oh, that's a hell of a position. And maybe do a little sideshow, if you get my drift. So, Mr. Brendan Powell, were you that guy? You the all-around guy? The guy that buffs the tires, washes the car, gets the coffee, answers the phone, secure the dope for Sean and friends, and also give him a little goody good here and there. And I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you've gotten yourself tangled up with a man who has been accused of sex trafficking, filming people during sex acts, forcing people to have sex, drugging people. So, hey, par for the course. That's my commentary, everybody. Brendan Paul has taken a plea deal from the state, and he will enter a diversion program for 6 months where he has to comply to the rules and regulations without any type of mishaps in order to get that felony count of cocaine and drugs removed. How about that? And it was offered to him because he's a non-violent offender. Wow. And of course you wouldn't want that on your record, now would you? Having possession of drugs. You might actually want to do something with yourself besides hanging around with a drug trafficker / sadist. You might want to actually go get a real damn job, and you don't want that on your background. Possession, trafficking of cocaine. But then you might be the type to say, I don't give a you know what, because I'm young and free, fancy free. I'm doing me. And that's probably what you thought, hanging with Sean. But look at the ramifications. Got your face planted on all these damn articles and news videos. That's why sometimes you got to watch the company you keep. Because it's that old company that gets you caught up. And I think you know that now. Whether you try to stay in the good graces of Sean or not. Everybody's not your friend, homeboy. And you're going to learn that, and you're probably going to have to learn it the hard way. Now, will Sean continue to deal with him? Brendan Paul? I don't know. Are they still talking, dealing with each other? I don't know. Is he still in the dope game? I don't know. But he'd be a fool. They both would be fools. But when you have a grandiose personality, such as Sean, you don't care. You put up stupid posts about why y'all hating on me, why can't y'all love me? Who the hell you talking to, Sean? Yeah, I'm going to get on that right quick. You did this to yourself. So if you're mad at anybody, you should be mad at yourself. As far as the other posts about being in the storm and weathering the storm, you are the storm. That's why you're in the predicament that you're in. Say what? So these stupid posts you're posting to IG, Twitter, X, whatever, just stop it. You like the life you had, led, you like it, you love it. So you have to deal with the consequences. That's life. You out here doing nasty things to nasty people, bribing, blackmailing, filming people, raping people, bringing other people in, gang rape, all these allegations which are horrendous and heinous. Hey, that's on you. And naturally, you are innocent until proven guilty, but I got a funky feeling you've done about all of them. You may not have done all of them to one person particularly, but you done done all of them at some point in your life. Oh, I believe that. I sure enough believe that. And this young white boy, he needs to tighten his shit before he ends up a lost cause. Now, naturally, you can be redeemed by the blood of Jesus, but I ain't Jesus, and most of us, we ain't Jesus. Indeed, he's the only one that can judge you. But the point is, this ain't the life you want, sweetheart. Take it from an older person who's been on top of this dirt a little while. This ain't how you want to go out. And this ain't how you want to start. Get yourself together. If you don't have a degree, go back to school, get a degree. And keep your nose clean. Literally. Find better company to keep. Because the drug game usually has a bad ending. You don't have Sean Puff Combs' money, and in the end, it won't matter about the money he has because he's got to worry about saving that money because of these lawsuits and allegations against him. So he's a prime example of money don't mean nothing. You can only buy your way to the top for so long, your ass can't stay up there. Because you surely will be knocked off the high horse. And I think you see that with Sean and other people who have been accused of salacious acts. And you would think a person who's been given this opportunity to do great things in the world, they wouldn't even be accused of such crimes. And you have put yourself in that circle with Sean Puffy Combs and anybody else who's a cohort and enabler, and you did that on your own, and that was your choice. And I'm sure there are many people who saw the signs for Sean as a sadist, and they rode the ride, just like the people that rode the ride with Epstein and R. Kelly, Weinstein. It's all for the clout. But you should know there's a price to pay with the clout. There's a price to pay for the little handouts, the little money, whatever they're giving you, gifts, Prada, Gucci. Hey, as somebody said, I can't pay a light bill with a Gucci bag, Prada shoes, sure enough. That shit's just for show. So my best advice to you, sir, is to finish the program, keep your nose clean, keep your head clean. If indeed you're a user, get you some help while you're in that program. And walk the straight and narrow, because life is short. Brendan Powell has been given a 6-month diversion by the state. He has to comply with that in order to not have this felony count of possession of cocaine. Hopefully for his sake, he'll finish it with no problems. If not, that's on him. Is he still talking to Sean? Do they still deal with each other? Do they speak? If I was Sean, I would cut everybody loose. How about that? But obviously he hasn't learned anything either. Just from what we've seen in the past month and a half, 2 months, he hasn't learned anything. Still hanging with people that he's been grouped into having sex with and sexual escapades, and that guy bragging and defending him. That shows you they're all fools. And hey, what they say in the street, you like it, I love it. There's just certain people you can't help. And I've said them about many people that I've met in my own life. There's just certain people you can't do anything for. Only God can help them. There's no reasoning, there's no bargaining, there's no pleading, there's no crying, stomping, all of those type of nonsense. Why don't you act right? Why don't you act like you got some sense? What's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Why are you treating me like this? Why are you out here doing these things? They don't care. That's why. So you're talking to yourself. And Sean Combs, to me, he's one of those people. And this Brendan Powell, he's possibly one of those people. So they have to learn the hard way. They have to learn the hard way. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. God bless all of you. Have a wonderful weekend. This is live number 2. Please check out my short live earlier pertaining to Katie Proudfoot. I've decided to now make content on comments, questions from the chat. Feel free to go over to my community board to take the poll on should Katie Proudfoot have left her home 1 month after her boy child, Sebastian Rogers, went missing. Take the poll, check out the video, and check out my extensive library of 5,000 plus videos and shorts in the YouTube queue. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $ Big Angie 129, Cash App, stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Might come back on a little later with live number 3, bringing you stimulating content and commentary. You've been listening to the Vault XL. Thank you.